morning, everyone. Let's go on a walk. So here I am down by the Mississippi River and the trail here, and I'm going on a walk. You can go on a walk with me or close your eyes and imagine that you're going on a walk, or follow my walk. I like to walk through the grass too and enjoy the green and the flowers because it's summer and everything is so full and colorful and it's so pretty out. And we can walk along and enjoy all of these different flowers, all different kinds and colors, and maybe you lean in and smell one. And it smells terrible. It smells like a skunk or food that's been left in your refrigerator for way too long. We expect flowers to smell really good, but did you know that it's a real thing? That there is a kind of flower that smells really terrible. It is called a corpse flower, and its bad smell is actually really important. That really horrible smell attracts bugs to the flower, and the flower needs those bugs to pollinate it so that it can survive, which is kind of cool, even though we think it's horrible and smelly and gross. That horrible, smelly, gross smell that is something that God gave that flower to help it survive. And I'm sure you have some horrible, smelly, gross things in your life too that make you go, like maybe when you just want to play a game or sit down and watch some TV instead of doing your homework or your chores, and you go, or you want to eat a candy bar instead of broccoli, you know, or somebody asks you to do something that sounds really hard, or maybe you just don't want to do it right then, and you go, And I know a lot of us right now are thinking, because we're still staying home, and that's hard in the summer especially. But did you realize that even these things that we think are or can be horrible and gross, they are part of God's work too? Our story this morning is one that you might recognize from Christmas time, from the book of Luke, chapter 1, when God tells Mary that she is going to give birth to Jesus. And that sounds like it would be a lot of work to be Jesus' mom, and maybe Mary was thinking too that it would be a lot of work. But do you know what Mary said? When God told her this, Mary said, "Okay, God, I am ready to do your work." And in verse 37, God promised Mary, God said, "No word from God will fail." And so Mary knew that that hard work was part of God's work. And we can remember too that when we have those horrible, gross, hard things that maybe we just don't really want to do right then, when life gets a little smelly, we can trust that those are good things and that they are God's work. And the only thing that you need to do your work and God's work is faith that no word from God will ever fail. Just like Mary had faith in her hard work. Will you pray with me? God, we pray for these young people that they will grow into a strong faith so that they would know, even when life gets a little smelly, that your work and your word are good and that no word from you will ever fail, God. We pray that you would be with them as they listen for your word and find your work every day. Amen.